Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. Today is Monday, April 24th, 2023. If you care to know the date, I sound so matter of fact right now, just kind of maybe somebody speaks that way, or they're either seeing something for what it is, because it feels like there's a lot of, I'm just thinking energy, like someone's processing information, they're just going over things, whatever it is. I just feel like either you gave someone something to think about, or they're just thinking. Someone's got a lot on their mind, I'm just gonna say. And it's so funny too, because before I came up here to record and stuff, I was downstairs. I am a little tired, and that's fully me. I'm slowly coming out of that, because I woke up fine, and then I get that stomach pain, and I know exactly what it is. It's just I gotta ride it out when it happens. It's basically like severe IBS that irritates a lesion or scar tissue, because I think, I'm not sure, but it feels like it's connected to part of my intestines, and usually it's fine, but if my guts start spasming, it fucking hurts. I mean, it will hurt so bad at times that I don't cry, but I've almost passed out one time, and I'll get sick. It just, when it comes on, when it hits hard. I'm just saying, and it's not all the time. And usually it's more on the mild side, but it hit me pretty hard today. So, I'm doing good now, but it's just totally uncomfortable when it happens, and I gotta go see a specialist for it and all that crap. I just haven't been able to. So I try to do the best I can and stay hydrated so that it doesn't happen. But anyways, that's not what I was gonna say. So, because I was explaining why I seem a little tired. If anyone's wondering, that's why. Because I had to lay down with a heating pad. I was like, nope, I gotta let this pass. I can't read while I'm in pain like this. Nope. So when I was downstairs, I'm holding my hands like this, and I was like, why am I doing that? And I was like, maybe I'm holding my tablet, because it's bigger, you gotta hold it like that. But I had my hand bent, and I went like this, and I was like, I have no clue what that is. So I come up here, I get everything situated, and I split the deck, and that's exactly how I was holding my hands. I was like, because that's what I was going to be doing. And what I opened up to is something you thought finished bursts back into life. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know, it feels like something's peaking or reaching a climax, and not in a sexual way, just the energies are, shit's coming together. I don't know, something's peaking is what it feels like for someone. The other thing that was kind of funny, it's small, but yesterday I was down in the basement doing laundry, and I heard the dogs running amok upstairs, because that's what they do. Amok. They run amok all the time. And in my mind, I saw them get up on the counter and take food off the counter. And they've never done that before. So in my head, I'm going, no. Are they really going to take food off the counter? And I'm like, no. I'm telling myself, no. That's your ego when you do that. When you have the back and forth inside your head. That's ego speaking. Because I was I kept thinking about it. And I'm like, well, I'm telling myself no. But I can't stop thinking about it. So I went upstairs. Sure as shit, yeah, that's what they did. They were up there fighting over the food that they took off the counter. I'm like, you little assholes. I saw that in my head. I should have just known and came up here, but nope. So pay attention to things like that for yourself. That's why I mention little things like that. Because it doesn't surprise me when, something I do or see or say or whatever happens later on. Because it happens so frequently every day that it's really cool when it happens, but it's not a shocker to me, you know what I mean? I do feel like it does like shock a few other people that are around me at the very least, especially when it's like I said it a couple hours later, it's like boom, there it is. Um, it makes people go, oh. Yeah. So there was a reading I did yesterday. It's all right to be alone, especially if you're processing through things, so you can just sit in your own energy and go into Zen mode. Maybe some of you are doing that. I'll watch over you. I want to say it's okay to have alone time. It's like you don't have to be shoved up someone's ass 24/7, or if you want your space, there's nothing wrong with that. So if anyone got butthurt because you just wanted to be by yourself, or you needed time or time away, um, that's a problem within them, and it's one of their own insecurities that whoever they are to you, they need to get over it right quick, because everybody needs their space from time to time. And it doesn't mean somebody doesn't like you when they want their space. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe somebody needed to hear that. Because somebody could have already wanted space, or that's coming up. You can achieve. I can't talk. You can achieve great things. Yes, you can. If you put your mind to it. I'm just saying. A magical protector is there for you. This keeps showing up, so I feel like you are definitely spiritually protected. You're just protected in life. Your path is protected, whatever you're working on, your ideas. Within a icky situation, you're protected. Because what I was going to say is yesterday I did a reading, and I might post it, I'm not quite sure, but a lot of things over a large span of time, like little mini messages, random messages, warnings and stuff, that were popping up here and there consistently. Like it was almost like the same information, like being reminded about it, and it wasn't all like mapped out. It wasn't all mapped out. It was kind of scattered. Well, I put a lot of it together yesterday, and it's not exactly a good situation, I'm just going to say. And I do know who that person is. I don't want to get into it, but I might share it. But you're protected from things like that, or unhealthy people and situations, no matter what it is to you. I just heard no one can touch you. No one will touch you. So you're fine. I don't feel like anyone's fearful in this situation. There could have been fear at one point, or maybe someone will become fearful, especially, if someone's bringing some bullshit their way or whatever this is. But you're protected, and I feel like I keep staring at the ER, the emergency room, because there's something significant to do with that. I keep getting someone's going to go to the ER. Someone's going to get sent to the emergency room. But you'll be okay, or they'll be okay. Someone might find out that they have diabetes, or it's either gestational diabetes, or they might find out that they have diabetes, or this person, they have diabetes, no matter if it's type 1 or 2, and they might end up in the emergency room. I don't know if it's because of diabetes, like because it's not regulated. It just feels like somebody has that. It's either they're going to find it out, because like with gestational diabetes, you don't always know you have it till you're tested for it, and the symptoms and stuff, somebody might not know what they are. Or if you didn't think you had diabetes and you actually do. It's like something like that. Someone who's unaware that they have this issue might end up in the emergency room and find it out, and they'll be fine. But this kind of feels like there could be a female who is diabetic that's going to get sent to the ER, but it's for something different. It's for something separate than that. It's just this person, they're already aware that they have it, kind of thing. Because sugar is standing out to me. Someone's sugar levels might be a little messed up. Has something to do with sugar and candy. Maybe somebody has a sweet tooth. I don't know, sugar. Sugar is significant. For some reason, whatever that means to you. I just want to be like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Somebody does, I don't know if they just don't understand something or they're just like, yeah, we'll see, whatever. It doesn't feel like that, yeah, we'll see, whatever. It's just kind of like, what the hell? Why do I feel this way? Like, I feel bad about something. Someone feels bad about something. Somebody feels bad about something that they did or said or how they handled a situation. Because I feel like whoever this is, they have a lot on their mind and they could be heavily thinking today or in this energy, or there's multiple people that are just like, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of in shock, but not in a, oh, like scared shock kind of way, more in like, oh, didn't see that coming kind of thing, or like, I don't know how to process this, because I don't know, someone's lost for words is what it feels like. And it could have something to do with your work, or like you could be shocking people with whatever you're doing. Like maybe people didn't think you were capable of doing this, that, or the other, whatever it is. And you're just like, I don't care if you believe or not. Like, I don't care if you believe in me or not. No matter what this project or situation is for you, because it's not for all of you. For some of you, it could be spiritually based, like tarot and stuff like that. And for others, it's just your talents. Sometimes when you say you're gonna work on something, like, oh, I want to start this business, or I have this idea, and some people poo poo on it, like, yeah, right, like, oh, that sounds like a good idea, go ahead and do it, but you won't get very far, kind of thing. Someone's gonna get a lot farther than people thought, in whatever that is. That's what that feels like. Yeah, because hardworking, you've been working your ass off to achieve your goals, to do something. Whatever this is, it wasn't easy. There could be a vehicle that's significant, but I feel like it's like full steam ahead. I just heard this is off the rails. You derailed the train. That's what this feels like. Because it's making me think of like a train that's on the tracks, just whatever. And the train is going so fast, like, all right, I don't want to be on this track. I want to be over here. Or someone was speeding your way and now they can't because there's a blockage. But I'm not seeing the train hit anything. It's almost like going so fast, it's like wobbling. And it's like, oh gosh, this, you or someone can't stay on the single track anymore. You can't stay on whatever that track is, whatever that path is. You veered off the path, even if people were trying to keep you on a certain path, like, oh, you like stuck in a mindset, or you gotta be focused on this or whatever. It's like, I don't know, because the train doesn't really turn unless the track allows it to. And you're going, nope, well, if I'm going to stay on this track, then I'm just going to bust right through it. I'm going to speed right through this fucking bullshit, this town sucks kind of thing. Like, I want to get through this area. And I feel like you lit the coal on fire and it was full steam ahead, and you're just like, all right, and now you're off the track, but you're still rolling. You're still rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. You're on a roll. I don't know, maybe people thought things were going to go one way and you're like, nope. It's kind of what it feels like. It's not going to go that way, it's going to go this way. And then we have reconnecting. So if this is a love situation, or, it could be with friends, family, a lover, whatever, I feel like there could be a reconnection coming up where maybe somebody was on they had a one-track mind, or they were, I don't know, it's like the train track that they were on, they felt like they couldn't get off. Like, okay, this is the direction I chose, this is a path I chose, I'm stuck on it now. And someone's going, fuck that, I am not stuck on this. And if you think about it, to derail a train is really difficult to do. So this turnaround wasn't easy for someone. Changing your life around, wanting to come back and talk to another person. Whatever this reconnection is, it was not easy for you or them or whoever decided to derail the train. Like, all right, I'm gonna figure this out. I will get off this fucking track. And someone did. There's someone who wants to delete the hurt they caused. They might want to apologize for any level of rejection, for whatever they said or did to you, for hurting you in any way. They want to start over. They could be heavily thinking about how to reconnect with you, because they were wrong and they know it. So someone's doing some self-reflection, or you are, no matter who it is. It's like, all right, I see the error in my ways. I see that I could have handled this situation differently, basically. And someone's going over that. Because they could have read you all wrong, the situation all wrong. I don't know if there's outside influences here. I feel like there was. They just didn't believe you and didn't believe in you, and they feel bad for it. But, that happens sometimes. So, let's see. We'll get one of these cards for up there. Do I want that one? Actually, no. What's this? Give me one more for the main energy, please. Still working on it. Yeah, somebody's thinking about something. They're trying to figure out how to turn a situation around. Because there's something special about you and the connection you have with this person, or you're very different, because she looks very different, you know what I mean? She's not just someone that you come across every day. And she might look a little scary. And I'm not saying that you or this female or whoever this person is, because it feels like a woman. I'm not saying that this female is terrifying to look at, or that they are gothic and wear black lipstick and stuff like that. Someone could, but it's not like that where someone's going, you're weird, or you're freaking me out with the way you look. It's not that. There's an air about you. There's there's something very mysterious about you that someone couldn't put their finger on, and it could have been a little terrifying, intimidating. You know what I mean? Because usually when people take the lead in situations, it can be a little intimidating to some people. Because not everyone views power in a positive way. Some people fear authority. Some people, they look at it like you think you're all high and mighty. You think that you can have all this power and control over your life and whatever you're doing. Well, you won't have it over me. Like, they look at it from a negative perspective. It's almost like, if you think you're right, I'm going to do everything to prove you wrong. That's what that feels like. And someone knows that they were wrong for doing that, because it basically blew up in their face. And whatever they were fearing was within them, and the situation isn't as scary as they thought it was, or you're not as, I don't know, you're not as scary. It's almost like, what was I so afraid of? Why was I so afraid of this or you or whatever? Someone might be thinking about that type of stuff. Okay. Whew. I almost started getting the hiccups. You know what I was thinking about? This really could be my kid's father thinking about this. I don't know who, but it reminds me, even if it has nothing to do with him, and I only say that because he mentioned it yesterday, and it randomly popped in my head before I started recording, and now it's popping in my head again. But the way that I would do it is different. He wanted a tomato sandwich, and I don't like tomatoes. I really don't, but the only way I'll eat them is in sauces and stuff, or if you season it just right. And I was thinking, because my dad used to do it too, where you take fresh tomatoes and you put Hellmann's mayonnaise on it, and it has to be Hellmann's because it's got that vinegary taste in it too, and a little salt and pepper, and you eat them. I don't know if that's just a Maine thing or a family thing, but as a kid, that was the only way I'd eat them. And I woke up thinking about making a tomato sandwich, and I was like, ooh, you know what would be really good is toasting the bread. Maybe my mom thinks like this too, because this is something she'd eat, I'd say. Anyways, um, some of the simplest shit so good, like cucumber sandwiches are fucking delicious too. But anyways, I was thinking of toasted bread and putting like a little bit of mayonnaise on it, not a bunch, and then thinly sliced Roma tomatoes because they're not too juicy and you don't want the bread to get gross and soggy, and fresh mozzarella, and then bake it or broil it till the cheese melts a little bit. Doesn't that sound fucking good? I mean, put salt, pepper, and all that stuff on there, but simple but delicious. I think I might have that for lunch. I'll try it, and if I decide I don't like it, the dogs might have a tomato sandwich. It just depends. I think I'll like it. But anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about food. That is something that me and my mother discuss a lot. That's something me and my aunt used to talk about, different recipes. And me and my son, we talk about food all the time. Which I haven't spoken to him in a few days, so I should probably call him, say hello, check in. Anyways, maybe somebody wants to check in with somebody as well, and that's why I'm saying it. 3 of Cups could be a friend of yours that wants to come in and say something, but this feels like a celebration, reconciliation, reconnecting. Somebody might want to reconnect with you from your past. This person could be kind of a witchy woman, or you are, but not in a creepy bad kind of way. It's more like I march to the beat of my own drum kind of shit is what that feels like. Someone wants to connect or reconnect with someone like that, if that's not you yourself. Yeah, they might want to apologize for something. Whoever this is, I feel like I want to come together and apologize. This could be somebody that you would drink with or party with. No matter how major or minor that is, this feels like I'm having a good time. I enjoy your company, your conversation, whatever. I just heard I really wish I answered the phone. So maybe somebody missed a phone call. Something like that. There's a lot of outside crap in this situation, is what it feels like. Someone was made out to be a liar when they're actually very loyal. I just heard I'm sorry. What the? Okay. We have the Ace of Wands. Someone might like to write as well, because there's lots of books around this candle, so there could be a lot of creative ideas within you or this person, or between the two of you. Like, you could be an inspiration to them or vice versa, but regardless of the inspiration thing, this feels like somebody took an idea and ran with it. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. Somebody took an idea and ran with it. It feels like it's a good thing, because it kind of feels like a creative thing. Because there's someone who might have published a book, or whether it's self-publishing or through a company or something, someone wrote a book or a story, because there's lots of books around in here, and I feel like it's weird too, because it was it part of a dream? I can't remember if it was a dream or just a thought I had when I was laying in bed, but it popped in there, and I was thinking about how someone, I'm not saying this is happening to me or anything like that, it's just, it almost feels like getting inspiration or an idea from another person or something to write a story, or they want to talk to you about something like that, because I someone, like in this thought, it was like someone wanted to write about my experiences in my life. So like a memoir. they wanted, wouldn't that be like an autobiography or something? If somebody else writes it, because a memoir comes from the same person. Anyways, regardless, has to do with someone's life. So either there's someone who wants to write a memoir about their life and their experiences, whether they want to keep it 1,000% factual or kind of fluff it up and be like, okay, well, we'll list it as fiction, but these things did happen to me, kind of thing. Whatever it is, there's someone who wants to write about their life, or there's someone tied to you who wants to write about your life. There's some idea in here about that, about writing, because somebody's life is exciting, or they've been through a lot, they've experienced a lot, and it's an interesting ride is what I want to say. Yeah, there's a new beginning with that. Someone might take a risk and be like, hey, can I write your story? Or take a risk and just write their own. And it could have something to do with the dead, mediumship, like writing about paranormal experiences. Somebody might be doing that, or that's an idea that they have. They might want to like run it by you. The thought that I had though, when it popped in my head or whatever it was, somebody did it behind my back. Like they were writing about my experiences, but they weren't writing about my life and my experiences, but they didn't tell me. And I sued them. So it might have been a dream. I don't know, because it was kind of a long thought if it was just a thought. Because it wasn't like a vision. So I don't know if that's going on for someone. Like, oh, you're taking my ideas, you can write about my life. Well, who's fucking laughing now? Because you can't do that. And it's not just hearsay with this. So, because a lot of times with an idea like that, if someone's going to do it, it's almost like, well, they write differently than you, so it would technically be two different stories. So, because you can write a million stories about the same subject matter or person, so it's almost like, well, that's not stealing, but there's proof that you said it or wrote it first. So you'd win in court because someone's doing something they shouldn't be doing. They're taking a page out of your book. Somebody literally could have done that. If you're creative, they could have taken your idea and they're feeling shitty about it. It's like, come up with your own crap. But anyways, there's something along those lines here. Even if it's not with a story or writing and stuff, somebody did take someone's idea. And they ran with it. Like, ooh, that's a good idea. I'm just going to go do this kind of thing. And they probably shouldn't have, just saying. They might have to go to court over this. Especially if someone gets sued. But I feel like okay, for some of you, if this isn't court, it's making me think of like plagiarism and stuff when someone's copying someone. Because, that's a criminal offense, just saying. But anyways, that's why they teach you not to do that in school. And just changing a couple words around is not, it's still plagiarism. Like, oh, I didn't put but and in there, but everything else is the same. Yeah, that's still plagiarism, just saying. So I don't know who the hell's dealing with that, but there could be something to do with that in here. But this feels like if it's not court, I'm comparing things. So, because look at her. She's sitting there. She got the two dudes behind her, and she's going, all right. So, I need to talk to you about this. So, some type of evidence, even if it has nothing to do with writing and creativity, it's like, how do you explain this and this? Why are these the same? What the fuck is this? So someone's copying someone is what it feels like, or here's this evidence or whatever, and it's like, explain this. Explain why this was in your possession, in your room, in your house, in your fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like on your person, in your car. Why are you watching this? Why are you saving this? What is this? Because there's two things that are the same or similar or something. And like if it's someone taking your ideas, like say you're online, you record things, whatever you do, no matter what it is, you know, you have your content, it's authentic, and then somebody else is like, I'm gonna do the same damn thing, and they literally say what you say verbatim because they're copying you. They're figuring out a way to mock you. Someone was mocking you. That wasn't what I was gonna say, but they were mocking you and mimicking you, monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. And someone's gonna come across that, like, how come my reading or my video or my writing or my whatever this is exactly the same as yours? You know what I mean? Like, what? Why? Explain this, please. Yeah, somebody does have some splaining to do. Just saying. Um, because if you thought someone was copying you, you could have started making changes, doing things differently, and they couldn't keep up, and that's probably how they're gonna get caught. They couldn't keep up with what you were saying or doing. I feel like somebody might have got a little scared too, like, shit, I'm right on the edge of getting caught. I think they're already been caught, just saying. But anyways, yeah, so something like that's gonna come to light for someone. Stained glass is significant for some of you. It could be a sun, like a stained glass, a picture of a sun, or a sunflower or something, because that's what this is, and it's just like, oh yeah, there is a sun in there. I thought it was just squiggles at first. Yeah, it could have something to do with stained glass windows. I don't know, for some reason. Because I'm looking at that woman. This woman could be older than you or older than someone. Oh, the tower's here. Holy shit. And she's got two men backing her up. Like, all right, I gotta get my ducks in a row before I fucking say this kind of thing. Before I confront so and so. Someone's gonna confront someone. But this woman has a backing. Like, okay, she either has legal counsel or like her spouse or family's behind her. Like, okay, yep, I agree with you. We concur. The same information. Like, we see exactly what you're talking about, so now it's time to go talk to this bitch kind of thing. Or whoever. Like, we gotta go say something to someone. This person is going to be pretty matter of fact, because whoever this female is, I don't think that they're a lawyer or anything like that. I feel like they do know the law, though. This woman's very intelligent. Like, probably because of life experiences and stuff, or having to deal with crap like that. But I feel like this person's very intelligent, and they're savvy. They have connections as well. In different areas. Yeah. But they don't appear to be that way. Like, most people that would look at this woman, they wouldn't think she was stupid or anything. They would just be like, I don't know, maybe because of her personality and the way she dresses and how she's, you know, just her own person, you would never think that this person could be this formal. Do you know what I mean? But they can be, and they will be if they need to be. I don't know. I feel like I can give legal advice, like, because I've read the law books. I don't know. Or I've dealt with this. This person might literally be talking to a lawyer about something, no matter what it is. Because there's like, this feels like a family divide. There's a divide here. Because this mansion could house an entire family, and it's like, it's split. Someone's going to divide something up in the family, split down the middle. Something will be split down the middle this will be fucking fair. Okay, because I was thinking of a will, because it kind of looks like, here, sign on the dotted line, you're part of the will, or someone might leave you their estate or something. If they do, I feel like this would be a shock and a half to you, because this is not something you would expect. But because for some reason with this tower, with like a will and estate and stuff like that, you would just, things would be split down the middle between the family. So it could be 3 people here. There could be 3 siblings or just 3 family members. I don't know. It's like when I die, things are supposed to be split down the middle between my spouse and my children, or whatever, whoever it is to you. But there's someone who's not going to do that. And they might get cut out of the fucking will completely. Or they might already be out of it and not know it. Like they're expecting something. Like, oh, this will be fair. And then it's like, yeah, well, everything will be split down the middle, but you won't have shit. Like that. That's kind of what that feels like. And it might upset someone. Give me a little bit more on this tower. Yeah, because this feels like I'm dividing up assets. Yeah, the law might get involved. Just saying. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the King of Swords, with the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Someone might, I don't know. What the fuck is that? It feels like half and half. Is it the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups are gonna get whatever? No. Somebody could have cut this Queen of Cups out of the will, or did they? No. What is that? I don't know. Whoever this man is very stern. Like, I'm not gonna let my emotions get involved in this. And usually the Queen of Cups, she's very emotional, but not overly emotional. She's very loving, caring, nurturing, things like that. Yeah, that could be where the surprise is coming in, because I kind of feel like no matter how much love this person gave to this person, if it's a family member or something or whatever, I don't know, these people act very differently. I'll just leave it at that. This King of Swords energy could have cut somebody off, like, get out of my life kind of thing. Or they were just cold with you. And they might be, I don't know, they might be leaving you something. They might be leaving you something in a will, but you don't know. You're totally unaware of this. If that's you, that could be where the lawyers and shit are coming in. That's what it kind of feels like. Like, I don't know, because this person could have cut you out of the will at one point, or it was like, oh, I would have wanted this and this for you, and then maybe you lost touch with them for whatever reason, whether it was an issue between you guys or just issues, whatever it is. I feel like this Queen of Cups person's like not expecting a fucking thing, because so something might like come out of nowhere. Like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, somebody might leave somebody might leave someone money or an estate or something of value, I don't know, and it's going to be a total surprise to whoever's receiving that. So, anything else? I think my chest hurt. Jesus Christ. So someone could have an illness, whether they have told anyone about it or not. Because that's not like, I'm getting tired. That's not like a major, well, I don't know. How do I say this? it, 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 Someone doesn't know how to say something. But that chest pain, it started here, and it kind of felt like it started radiating into my back, my upper back, but it wasn't like a sharp, it was just like, oh, that feels uncomfortable. Someone could mistake that as heartburn, especially females. Like, if this is a woman that's dealing with health issues and stuff and feeling that way, you know, a lot of times the symptoms within women, when it's cardiac related and stuff, are very, very different than than for men. Not always, you know, because you can get diarrhea, you can get very bad like nausea, stomach aches. You can get the chest pains, but normally the chest pains can feel like a pressure, like someone's pushing on you, or shortness of breath, fatigue. I just said, oh, I'm feeling tired. But this is sudden fatigue. This isn't like, oh, I'm sleepy, I could take a nap or whatever. This is like, holy fuck, I'm exhausted. Like, where did this come from? Like, why am I so tired? It's because your body's going, lay down, because we don't have enough oxygen going around. You know what I mean? You can also get, okay, I'm getting the symptoms to explain them. Again, somebody's dealing with this. It's not me. No, it's not me. You can get pains in your ears, in your jaw, especially. A lot of times it's in the lower jaw. You can get the pains down your neck and stuff as well. Like in your teeth, it's like, oh, why does my jaw ache? A lot of times people with this condition and stuff will go to the dentist. I mean, I literally had to get cavities filled and stuff, but I said there's a significance with a dentist. Someone might be thinking they have tooth pain when that's not what it's from. It's not your teeth. And if you do have a cavity here or there or whatever, you know, the doctor, or an abscess, the doctor might be like, oh, this could be causing the pain. You know what I mean? Or the dentist might say that. So you shrug it off. But if you get your teeth fixed and it still fucking hurts, that's obviously something else. But you got to take all those things and combine them together. All these random symptoms, you got to put them together in order to figure it out. And if your doctor isn't listening, find one who will, because that's heart attack stuff. Because I've read stories about women who had no clue, like they're perfectly healthy. You know, some of these women had health conditions and stuff like that, but some of them were young teenage girls or young women, adults, you know, whether they were in their 20s or 30s. And if you're under the age of 40, mainly under the age of 50, but they might look into it a little bit more if you're in your 40s. But if you're under the age of 40 and you have any of those symptoms, they never connect it to that. They never connect it to that. It's like, no, you're too young for that. Bullshit. There have been teenagers who have died of heart attacks. You know what I mean? Or cardiac arrest or whatever. But those are heart attack symptoms. It's different. Someone's dealing with that. And it could be a man or a woman. Because there's multiple people with like chest crap and stuff going on in some of the energies that I pick up on. But I kind of feel like this is a female. I feel like this is a female who has all those symptoms, and it's like you could be eating a lot of Tums or antacids. It's like, oh, I can't eat that, I gotta stay away from that. Or I don't know, it's just all these symptoms together. Pay attention if you know someone who's been experiencing that, because if you know who this is and it's happening to them, they would have mentioned it, because the heartburn isn't just like, oh, you know, that sucks, I shouldn't have ate the tomatoes. You know what I mean? It's worse. It can almost feel like GERD sometimes, but it usually feels like you got the way that spirit makes me feel it is a ball of fire just shooting through your fucking chest. That type of heartburn. That's not heartburn. Listen to your body, listen to yourself. If you know something's wrong, if you feel like something's wrong, fuck what the ER says. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Because is that person going to pass? I don't think that person's going to pass. I feel like it might be a wake-up call, not just for them, but for people around them. Like, holy crap, so-and-so, really was feeling shitty, or, you know what I mean? Or, I don't know. Like, oh, that was close kind of thing. Something like that. Yeah, because all those feelings are going away now. The hot flash thing, too. Could be someone who's middle-aged, dealing with hot flashes, men going through menopause. They might just think that those symptoms are because of menopause. But they're not. There's more to it than that. Yeah, and that's it. Don't keep that information to yourself. And that's why I talk about warning messages and kind of shitty topics sometimes, because if Spirit's going to tell me that stuff about someone, even if I don't know exactly who it's for, unless I'm sitting right next to you kind of thing, or I'm doing a reading for you and whatnot, because then I'm focused on your energy, it would be very selfish of me just to sit on that when, it could help somebody. Maybe it won't. You never know. But knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Remember that. Knight of Pentacles. There's slow progress being made towards some type of new opportunity. But anyways, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.